The silver market is on fire. If you've been watching the charts, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We are witnessing something truly historic unfold right before our eyes. Just in the last 3 days, the price of silver has absolutely exploded, blasting past resistance levels like they were nothing. We're talking about silver soaring back over $53 an ounce. This isn't just a minor fluctuation, folks. This is a monumental move, a signal that the moment many of us have been waiting for, preparing for, and talking about for years is finally here. The 2025 silver squeeze is not a theory anymore, it's happening right now. The energy in the market is electric. This surge is a culmination of years of building pressure. Think about it, massive industrial demand from solar panels, electric vehicles, and 5G technology, all competing for a finite supply. At the same time, we have unprecedented monetary inflation and a global rush to tangible, real assets as a store of value. It's the perfect storm, and silver is at the epicenter. This isn't just about hedge funds or big banks anymore. This movement has been fueled by everyday people, by a global community of stackers and investors who understand silver's true, intrinsic value. They've been patiently accumulating, ounce by ounce, knowing this day would come. So what does this mean for you? If you're already holding silver, congratulations. Your foresight is paying off in a big way. This is a powerful validation of your strategy. But if you're on the sidelines, it is absolutely crucial to pay attention. This is not the time to panic, but it is the time for decisive action based on solid information. The mainstream financial media is just starting to catch on, and by the time they fully grasp what's happening, the biggest moves might already be in the rearview mirror. We're seeing a fundamental repricing of a historically undervalued asset. Let's break down the mechanics of what a squeeze really is. It is a situation where there's a huge demand for an asset that has a very limited supply, especially when that asset is needed to cover short positions in the paper market. For years, the paper silver market, through ETFs and futures contracts, has allowed for the price to be suppressed, disconnected from the real-world physical supply and demand. But you can't print physical silver. When enough buyers demand actual delivery of the metal, the paper game falls apart. That's the breaking point we are now reaching. The vaults are being drained, and the scramble for physical metal is intensifying by the hour. The signs have been there for months, even years. We saw dwindling registered inventories on the COMEX. We heard reports of sovereign mints running out of blanks and rationing sales. We saw premiums on coins and bars rising steadily, indicating a tight physical market long before the spot price started its vertical climb. This recent price explosion is simply the paper market finally being forced to acknowledge the reality of the physical market. The dam has broken. What's next? Well, no one has a crystal ball, but the dynamics in play suggest this is just the beginning. A price of $53 is a major psychological and technical milestone. The previous all-time high around $50 was a massive wall of resistance. Now that we've smashed through it, we are in what analysts call price discovery mode. There's very little historical resistance above this level. This means the potential for a continued, rapid ascent is very real. We could see moves that seem unimaginable today become tomorrow's reality. It's important to think about the broader economic context. We're seeing persistent inflation, geopolitical instability, and a growing lack of trust in fiat currencies. In this environment, where do you put your wealth? Gold has been making its own headlines, but silver's dual role as both a monetary metal and a critical industrial commodity gives it a unique, explosive potential. Gold is the king, but silver is the rocket fuel. Its historical gold-to-silver ratio suggests that silver is still incredibly undervalued relative to gold, even after this recent surge. Closing that gap could mean a silver price that makes today's numbers look quaint. For those of you who are new to this space, you might be feeling a sense of FOMO, the fear of missing out. It's a natural feeling, but it's important to act with knowledge, not just emotion. Educate yourself on the difference between physical silver coins, bars, rounds, and paper silver like ETFs. Understand the role of premiums and how to find reputable dealers. This isn't about getting rich quick. It is about preserving wealth and protecting your purchasing power in a world where traditional financial instruments are looking increasingly fragile. This squeeze is a story of David versus Goliath. It's the story of a decentralized, global grassroots movement taking on a centralized, entrenched financial system. Every ounce purchased by an individual investor is a vote for sound money and a vote against a system of endless debt and currency debasement. The power of the collective is on full display. This isn't just a trade. It's a movement, and the momentum is clearly on our side. The price action of the last 72 hours is undeniable proof. Looking ahead, we need to watch key indicators. Keep an eye on the comics inventories. Watch the premiums on physical products. Pay attention to the volume and open interest in the futures market. And most importantly, listen to the stories from the front lines to coin shops, the online dealers, the mints. Their ability or inability to meet demand will be the ultimate tell. When you can't get your hands on the physical metal at any price, that's when you know the game has fundamentally changed forever. We are getting dangerously close to that point. The 2025 silver squeeze is more than just a headline. It's a fundamental reevaluation of money itself. It's a shift in power from the few to the many. It's a moment in financial history that will be studied for decades to come. What we're seeing is the market's raw, powerful, and unstoppable force of discovery, and it is a sight to behold. This is a thrilling time to be an observer, and an even better time to be a participant. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and understand the profound implications of what's happening. The silver story is just getting started, and the next chapter is going to be even more exciting. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is a fast-moving situation, and I'll be here to bring you updates as they happen. If you want to stay on top of the 2025 silver squeeze and what it means for your financial future, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts. Are you in? What are you seeing in your local market? Let's share information and navigate this historic moment together. Until next time, stay strong and stack on.